Hello, I'm John Wilkin. I'm a professor of coastal oceanography at Rutgers University, and I'm leading the CoastPredict Focus Group 6 on equitable coastal ocean capacity. What I'm here today is to introduce to you GINKCO, Growing International Knowledge of the Coastal Ocean. This is an initiative of CoastPredict, recently endorsed by the UN Decade. And yes, I know that's not how you spell GINKCO, but nobody knows how to spell GINKCO. So, to give you an overview, this is a framework that we conceived to support capacity development activities across all of the CoastPredict and Global Coast experts. The idea is to develop instructional and technological resources to underpin a general growth in the knowledge of coastal ocean prediction systems. And we propose to do this in a number of ways, deploying and operating ocean instruments, so growing the observing network itself, regional modeling and data synthesis instruction, and making sure that data management and communication resources are available to have this all work. What we envision is that GINKCO informed regional modeling capacity will be able to close a loop between new sustained observations that will improve predictions while growing local workforces with the technical literacy they require for informed marine policy making. So ocean resource management benefits from knowledge about interconnections between the ocean state and ecosystems. And we know that data-informed models are a powerful tool for expanding this understanding. So GINKCO activities will consult with local experts and communities to develop solutions and generate knowledge that can provide practical advice to management challenges. In the proposal to the UN Decade, we were asked to identify how GINKCO aligns with the Decade objectives. So I will touch on the three principal ways. So one of those objectives is building capacity, and that's absolutely fundamental to GINKCO. I've already touched on some of these things, so just to say a little bit more, we intend to develop a repository of learning materials for summer schools and training workshops, as well as online learning. Provide instruction as a part of those workshops on how to deploy instrumentation and how to use those data in data synthesis projects, regional modeling and data assimilation. We want to acquire instrumentation that can be left in place at the conclusion of training activities so that we are growing the observing network and transferring information and technology about how to operate those systems to new professionals. We want to make sure that those data get into global databases, so we want to work on providing data management, communication and computing resources, and to ease the burden of operating these workshops in schools, provide some sort of logistical support for coordinating and hosting workshops. We envision that a lot of these activities will at first be spearheaded by CoastPredict topic experts, and ultimately, because of the diversity of the CoastPredict activities, we will be able to grow a geographically and culturally distributed workforce with the technical literacy we want to make better use of these observations. A further objective is increasing the use of ocean knowledge. We know that model data synthesis can expose both the strengths and weaknesses of models themselves and mutually supporting observing networks. So we want to use that synergy between observing and modeling to look at gap analyses in networks and make recommendations about where networks could perhaps be expanded, so that we grow the skill of the entire system. I'll make a point that through training and workshops, we will be able to impart skills and principles that are applicable and transferable to numerous other sustainable development goals, and not simply ocean modeling and ocean So we want the skills imparted to be general and transferable. We were also asked to explain how we will use our partnerships to ensure the uptake of science and ocean knowledge for policy, decision making, management, and innovation. And a big part of that is working with the CoastPredict pilot sites, because those people at those local regions will know what the instructional priorities and information needs are for their particular region, cultural norms and security issues, and fundamental resources that they might be lacking that are inhibiting their work. Things like lab space and equipment, computer and internet resources, and access itself to the coastal ocean from vessels or autonomous vehicles. In preparing the proposal, we've talked with a number of partner groups, and we envision working with them, certainly building upon existing activities rather than creating them anew. And just some examples here, the SCOOP group that are working to identify low-cost sensors that observe different variables, different levels of complexity, observing technology that would be appropriate to capacity development activities. Within CoastPredict itself, especially Focus Area 5, Coastal Ocean Resource Infrastructure Systems, we want to work with that group to make sure that new observations or observing networks put in place by our group get their way into ocean databases, respecting care and fair protocols. The Ocean Foundation, one of our colleagues there, have experience in managing grants and funding to local experts and the governance issues associated with that, and in establishing local centres of excellence, so that once a summer school or whatever has concluded, if we've built up a sufficient expertise and knowledge base there, those activities can become self-sustaining in those locations. And there are professionals out there knowledgeable in best practices in pedagogy and accessibility and inclusion in developing education materials. The Ocean Teacher Global Academy, OTGA, is one of those examples, and we intend to work closely with OTGA in developing the instructional resources that we're working on. At the risk of being repetitive, I'll restate some of our objectives in terms of discrete activities we envision launching in the short term. And these will be to survey local communities of practice, working with the pilot sites again to determine needs and expertise, and identify the learning goals that will help guide the instructional materials we prepare. Those learning materials will be both ready-to-use content or templates to be adapted, and you sort of imagine this as a sort of an a la carte menu. You want to organize a summer school somewhere, you want to have a lecture about mesoscale currents, you want to have a lecture about how satellite altimeters work, you want to have a lecture about operating a CTD or a sea level gauge. We will intend to provide those sort of starting points so that people running a summer school aren't completely starting from scratch, and you can benefit from the collective knowledge of other people in the community. We want to have those summer schools or other workshops actually grow the observing network. So we'll be looking to create a repository, an inventory already funded of low-cost, easy-to-maintain ocean sensors that will complement the training curricula of any workshops or schools, and also seek the funding to make sure that the operation of those can be sustained, including the delivery of the data to repositories. We'll be looking to work with existing resources for capacity development in terms of computing resources, AWS and others, and linking those to GINKCO so that, again, someone running a training exercise will be able to plug into existing compute or other resources. Governance is support. Governance is important and supporting logistics is relevant here. If you want to add a capacity development project to one of your research activities, that comes at a cost. We aim to offer logistical support through a central clearinghouse to make it easier for people to run these workshops, etc. And again, we want to make sure that data management and communication solutions are a part of the project. So GINKCO, Growing International Knowledge of the Coastal Ocean. We invite you to the CoastPredict community and all other coastal oceanographers to contribute your expertise and ideas to this endeavour. Please feel free to contact me, John Wilkin, at my email there, jwilkin@rutgers.edu. And thank you for this opportunity to introduce GINKCO.